Juke to the left, they dodging it. Can't play the role, you fraudulent. Waiting on the right for the stars in it. 4x4 double parking it. Wanna play like cars in it. Wear the right flag, they forfeiting it. Now I got a ring too gorgeous. Damn, I gotta treat it like forges. It sound like I wanna scratch it. Try to take the ring, I'ma tackle you. I guess I'm a Super Bowl bachelor. Go hard in the gym, no cameras. I think I see blood, no Dracula. I'm an animal, eating up amateurs. Too active, y'all can't handle it. No taxing, we'll dismantle it. Shake up the building and ramble it. Whip it, shut up the critics and analysts. Come through dripping, I'ma set it off. Game after game, you can bet it off. Quarterback got range if you block them all. Quarterback did an option and set it off. Duck goose linebacker coming through. Yeah, hit him with the spin of the Jew. Yeah, we gon' blow your block like a new. Yeah, and I spend a dime every two. We gon' lock down on the offense. Bust down the skeleton fossil. I'm not addressing the problem. Julio on the post, you can't stop him. Pick it up, running back, it's no problem. I'm running behind the block, they gon' block him. Quavo Yoda, I'm offset Chewbacca. Watch the blitz on the left, we gon' block him. We some animal, yeah, we some goblin. Man to man, we gon' cover you properly. Man to man, you can't beat me impossibly. Red zone, this my highlight, my property. Do a quarterback, niggas on 4th and 3. Get the ends on the offensive block for me. I stiff him down, get off of me. I'm trucking them over, he under me. All back ends, wipe my sins. They can't win, no new friends, Football fans, they sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Champion. We want back ends. Wipe my sins. Wipe it. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Yeah.
I just hate the ball and I look for the open man. The zone, I'm trying to get in. Open the playbook, the book of the champion. Get flipped if you trying to get in. I got the front defense, they got the end. Going for long, on 1st and the 10. Gotta go hard, we gotta get all. No loss or excuses, cause we gotta win. They say they sleep, must not be a fan. Get at your mans and mess up your plans. Look at your stands and look at your hands. I do what I want and you do what you can. I do it for fans, you do it for fame. EA Sports, we in the game. I am the coach and the player of the game. They gon' remember the name.
We want back ends. Wipe my sins. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Champion. We want back ends. Wipe my sins. Wipe it. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Yeah.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them, how to make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They didn't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends, had a lot to lose. Less money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And shorty got potential, I scout that.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
A toss play to Hunt. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing is Mahomes on third, eluding the pressure right. Going deep here for Watkins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Now Austin. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go, 46.
Prescott now. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
4 down.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
47.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here we go, 47.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Here we go, 47.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. On the counter, Elliott. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Kansas City sitting at 6-1, and they got to 6-1 in very convincing fashion with that 35-point win over the then 4-2 Bengals, a team that they'd lost 4 straight to going into that Sunday night affair. But Kansas City's rolling. This is a potential Super Bowl team, right?
It certainly is, and this team went 5-0 last year, then lost 6 of their next 7. I don't think they're in danger of doing that. I know people look at their defense and think, that's the weak link. But remember, they have pass rushers. That's always big because you can slow down a team that way. They take the ball away from people. They've been opportunistic over the years. So I think that, like Atlanta a couple years ago going to the Super Bowl with a subpar defense, this team can do the same. And last year's Super Bowl was decided by a defensive play when the score was 38-33. You just need one in a big ball game, and Kansas City has the guys who can get it for you.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Z.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. It's complete to Chris Conley. There he goes, right side. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play there on the catch and run. 76 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Kelsey out in the slot right. Mahomes going to throw. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And some room to work. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line. Possession going back over to Dallas here, a team who lost last week to Washington 20-17, and that was on the heels of that Week 6 blowout win they had over Jacksonville 40-7. But that loss against Washington, the field goal hitting off the upright after the penalty, a tough one to swallow.
It certainly was, because it became a 52-yard field goal attempt for Brett Maher. Should have been 47. And ends up doinking it off the the upright, not the crossbar. And Dak Prescott, he had been 4-0 against Washington in his short career prior to Sunday's loss. a tough game for him as well.
Second down, Prescott. This is caught by Hurns. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. A second down throw for Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes. He's going to look deep down the field. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. They go play action here on 1st down. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Randy Gregory with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. This from 36 yards out. And Butker able to put this one through. And that will knot us up at 10. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And now running right through it. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Gun. Gun.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
The give is to Elliott. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle him up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to sip through.
To play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. A give to Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Mahomes now on first down. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes shedding the tackle. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Mahomes will try again on second down. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Butker on for the PAT. Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And the Chiefs are going to get him. D. Ford in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And they'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Got it. Go, get out there.
53's the mic, 53, check 53.
46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. Fielded at the 20. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe...
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. Allen Hurns, 81 yards. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play, and even 50 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. That's going to be caught. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Watkins alone on the left side. Here's Mahomes to throw. Steps away to his left. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And that will tie us at 24. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And these 2 teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half. Tied after the first 2 drives of the 3rd quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw is Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way out to the 46. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Okay, some people call it the shuffle pass. Some people call it a shovel pass, but this worked really well. And it's hard to do in the NFL because of the big bodies that tend to clog up the middle of the field. But the execution was excellent there, able to get it done and get upfield for big yardage.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
4 down. Then we're going to 53. Go.
Prescott. Forced out to his left. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Check. Everyone count. No. Off. 26.
They'll turn to the power game at Olawale. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And some room to maneuver. Past the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Right back to him on first down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll try to sweep with Elliott, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Prescott from the gun. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Green 39. Green 39.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 39 that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
First down for the Chiefs, solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Caught here by Conley. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Chris Conley from 17 yards out. And the Chiefs are in for 6. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Butker now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And out now come the Cowboys. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. And some space here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
We're going to 54. Why?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Switch it, hey. Got it.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He'll let it fly for Austin. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ace! Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Trying to lay one up deep. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Now Mahomes rolling to his right. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. Now here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And this return is going to be halted right around the the 28-yard line. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback in a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
46. Gun. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He's going to air one out. Looking for Austin. Intercepted. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 38.
Left.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. They find some open field here. And he takes us down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big run by Kareem Hunt. 44 yards on the ground. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Right back to him on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break at the football. Get it out. We got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 34. And the kick by Butker is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position. But it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 30, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. In for the score. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
One of the most exciting plays in football, a kickoff return for a touchdown. And in all the excitement, let's not lose sight of the fact that now the pressure shifts to that snapper, holder, and kicker. This extra point is really important.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Green, 90. Green, 90. Left, 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 left.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DeMarcus Lawrence. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. David Irving coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now a signal and a timeout here on the defensive side of the ball. So they want to stop it with 1 second to go prior to the 2-minute warning. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Again, it's Elliott. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. Now Elliott. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. His kick is right there. It's good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
And now here comes Kansas City. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly
and got his man complete. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 55 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. He's back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce with time running out. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the 4th.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience. Well,
I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. He'll look to throw. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a KC touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, no, I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Leading them to